I picked up one of these gigantic Lodge cast iron skillets for big family breakfast, that kind of thing. I actually use it on the barbecue outside, and it works great. As you can see, it's brand new, and it doesn't have that smooth finish that you like to see that my other cast irons have. So this is the 17-inch monster, and I am going to grind it down. Now there's a million YouTube videos that are out there of so many different ways, and you know what, they're probably all gonna work just fine for you. So this is what I'm gonna use. I got this from Home Depot. You could find it over in their hardware bin. I'm gonna put it on a drill, and we're gonna hit it to sort of grind this down, and then we'll sand it down, and then we'll do a couple of rounds of seasoning all on the outdoor grill so that it doesn't stink up the house and get my wife mad. Okay, we'll be back. So I did just a little bit. I mean, this was literally less than a minute. And you can already see, actually here, let me do it kind of in the shade. There, so you can see how this is already starting to get smooth. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go all around the lip, and then we'll get the base, and then we'll do the bottom. Okay, so I finished all around the lip. So it might be a little tough to see on the video, but it's to touch, it's much smoother. Now it's not perfect like glass, but you don't need it to be that smooth. And then I also just threw my drill in so you could see the setup I was using. The other thing I'm doing this outside because it does throw off quite a bit of dust, and you might be able to see some of the dust in the corners. And although I am frickin' sick of wearing a mask, I thought it might be good to just wear a mask because it is throwing a lot of dust, and it's not a breezy day outside here in northern Nevada, so probably good to be safe. So let's get the bottom done, and then we'll wipe it all out, and I'll show you how it looks. So I sort of cleaned the whole bottom. It was a little bit tricky because to get the drill in there flat, it starts hitting against the side, but you can kind of make do. You get the sides in here really good. Then I rinsed the whole thing out, and I just wiped it down with some of the like garage paper towels is fine. And just in case you wanted to see, so this was the Avanti Pro quick strip disc. I don't know, it was like 10 bucks or something at Home Depot, and I mean, look at it. You can't even tell I've been grinding with it. That thing is strong. So I got it all cleaned out. I'm gonna go back through maybe one more time because there's a few areas that are still have some rough spots. You know, again, it's not gonna be like glass. The oil will fill that in later, but let's give this a little bit more. The sides feel pretty good. Sides are close enough because you don't cook that much on the side. And I didn't do this this lip. I just left it. I don't cook on the lip. So, all right, let's get this thing finished up, and then we'll go to step 2. Okay, so I finished grinding. It's pretty smooth. It's not bad. So that did a great job. There's the towels I used. I'm gonna actually hit it again. Now you don't have to do this if you don't want to, because I think this would be fine, but I've got everything here. So I'm going to use my angle grinder. Now, if you don't have one of these laying around, you don't need to get one. You could use just a regular palm sander, a little orbital sander. I've got 60 grit on that, so it's much smoother. And I'm just going to hit the bottom. You can see where I did a little bit right here. So I'm going to hit the bottom because I think the sides feel fine, close enough. The bottom on a pan this big is really the bottom that I want to have that really good black cast iron finish. So we're gonna hit the base with the 60 grit grinder, and then we'll be ready to go on to the next phase. And in case you were curious, with the Avanti using the drill to take off that top layer, it took maybe 15 minutes. I mean, that was really all. And again, this is a 17-inch. This is a big pan. And it just took literally about 15 minutes. Just be careful with it, and always wear eye protection as well, because you got dust and stuff flying all over the place. All right, let's do the last bit of grinding. Okay, there you have it. So I hit the base really good with the angle grinder. Again, you can just use a orbital sander. It's pretty darn smooth compared to where it was. Again, it's not like glass, but you don't need it to be. And then I also just got done washing it really good. You know, it's got all that little powder and cast iron stuff all over the place that you just stripped off. So I took it in the house and I washed it really good with warm water, and I used like an SOS pad. So SOS, Brillo, any of those, they work great. And then I rinsed it 3 or 4 times. Then I brought it back outside and wiped it clean to make sure no stuff was coming off. So that baby is ready now for seasoning. So I got the barbecue warming up right now, so we're gonna head on over there and finish this off. Okay, I got the barbecue warming up. It's been heating up for just about 10 minutes or so. So we are going to put the pan on there first with no oil or anything. And we're gonna let it sit for about 10 minutes to get good and warm. And then we'll start with the oil and seasoning process. Okay, we're gonna start the seasoning process. I just pulled it off the grill, so it's hot. Actually, it is red hot. So I put a pizza stone down, and then I'm just gonna use Crisco. You know, you look at all these other videos that are out there and they use olive oil, flaxseed oil, all that stuff's good. It's expensive. And you know what? Crisco's been around since the pioneer days, and it's gonna work just fine. So we're going to use one of these towels, and we're gonna liberally wipe the whole inside and the outside. We're gonna wipe everything, and then we're gonna put it back on the grill face down, and it's gonna stay at medium heat for about an hour. And that'll be first coat, okay? Applied it all, so that's what I used, and I applied it liberally. Again, you don't have to go crazy. You're not going to do anything wrong. Like I said, we're going to do probably about 3 turns of this. It's going to build up that beautiful, beautiful cast iron finish. So now we're going to put it on the grill face down for about an hour. Okay, might be a little hard to see, not sure with the sun, but you know, it's face down, and when I put it down, that's when I got the bottom. Just be really careful because it's super hot. And now we're gonna close this lid and just let it cook away. All right, we'll see you in about an hour, or about 10 minutes. But a trick that you can do to prevent spotting, right? So sometimes these will spot. And that's from excess oil. Now it doesn't do anything to the finish. You'll still get that good hard finish, but some people don't like that. Like, it kind of bugs me because I want it like super black. So after about 10 minutes, I just take it, just give it a wipe. And then that way, if you had anything sort of running, like along the sides or the back, it just smooths it all out. So again, I do that about after every 10 minutes, just a little trick to prevent spotting on the finish. Okay, sucker's going back in there. Okay, it's been an hour, so I pulled it out. This is the first coat, and you can already see how nice and dark it's getting. I like to let it cool down a bit before I do the second coat. So we're just gonna let it sit here in the shade on the pizza stone and let it cool down. Then maybe about an hour or so I'll check it, and if it's cool enough, then we'll hit it and we'll do the same thing all over again. So barbecue shut off. Now when I did the coat, I lowered them down to like a low or medium low. These temperature gauges are never perfectly accurate, but you want to be somewhere, I don't know, 250 to 300. I've had pretty good success at that. Sometimes people go hotter. I think by now you sort of get the hang of this, is that there isn't like a perfect exact science. You just sort of go with it. Be one with the cast iron. Okay, all right, we'll be back. Okay, we're gonna start coat number 2. It's been 45 minutes to an hour. It's still sort of warm to the touch, so I don't have to warm it up again. but I want to show you. So this is the Crisco I put on there, and we're just gonna sort of rub that in, you know. So this is kind of hard to do with the phone, so you get sort of the picture. So I'm going to rub it all in. I'll do the sides, flip it down on the grill, do the bottom, and then just like last time, let it go for about an hour. And then don't forget, at 10 minutes, I will take it out really quick just to make sure we don't have any spotting. Okay, all right, let's do coat number 2. Okay, the second seasoning is done. As you could tell, it's actually gotten quite a bit darker and looking really nice. So this is cooled down now. So we're gonna do it one more time. And then when it's all done, I'll just let it cool and it should be ready to go. You know, some people will do this in the oven. They'll even do it if your oven has a cleaning cycle, or really get it dark and black. But you know, for us, I didn't want to heat up the house. It's summertime, and I didn't want to smell up the house either. So you can do all of this on your barbecue and just do it all outside and have a beer while you're doing it. So let's get coat number 3, and then we'll wrap this up. Okay, well, the finished product is done. So I took it off the grill, and I'm not sure if you can see, but look at that. It's got just a beautiful deep bronze. I think it came out pretty good. Tiny little bit of streaking, but that's okay. That's gonna cook right through. So we're gonna let it just sit here on this pizza stone and cool off, and we're done. So I think this is going to be ready to go, which is perfect timing because we're gonna have a family breakfast tomorrow. So hopefully this will help you with your brand new Lodge cast iron cookware to get that beautiful non-stick finish. And any questions, just post it and I'll try to keep an eye on things. Enjoy, everybody. Thank you.